Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on the F30 from Chapel Hill series. We're going to be installing several retrofits and M Sport upgrades in this installation. We're going to be doing retrofits for the rear view camera, full PDC, as well as upgrading our REM and including the video module for the rear view camera. Lastly, we're going to be putting on an M Sport front and rear bumper upgrade, as well as matching side skirts. There are too many part numbers to list out here, so we are going to include a link in the video description for all those part numbers. Sufficient to say there are several BMW Retrofit looms, the new modules, PDCs, and associated wiring. Let's go ahead and take a look at our new side skirts. We picked up these side skirts off a user on Facebook Marketplace and then had them paint matched to the car by Extreme Auto here in Raleigh. The paint code on this is for the Glacier Silver or Glacier Titan Silver, which is paint code A83. We're going to have to start by removing the mud flaps that we installed on the car a little while back, and then we'll gently undo the T30s underneath the side skirts and then pull against the tabs in order to install our new M Sport style side skirts. Let's go ahead and get everything removed. Alright, well we're going to try and cheat a little bit without removing the mud flaps. I know there's a little bit of double-sided tape that connects it to the side skirt, but we're just going to go ahead and get these all removed. These are just little T30 tab bumper in place. We'll go ahead and get all those undone. Just don't want to break anything in case we have to reverse engineer. And there is a little bit of double-sided tape there, which I think we can just work loose without completely removing this. Yeah, we're already past it, I think. Might have to take it off. I think there's an edge that we're not able to get around. I don't want to break the mud flap. I thought we were going to be able to cheat on this, but maybe not. Ooh, we got it. We snuck it past. Look at us. Wow. It's, what is that? 15 years of crud buildup. Go ahead and dump that outside. We will be reselling these, so we don't want to damage them in any way. We'll clean them up. Alright, let's go ahead and get our new one to install. Might have to cheat this one by as well. it is labeled right, which is nice of them to have done. All right. We do want to remember to put the under tray carpet between the ground and the bumper so that we don't damage it. But, you know, since we have this off, I don't think anyone's really cleaned under this part of the car. So we're going to go ahead and get a little bit of 50% all-purpose cleaner and just do a little bit of maintenance since we're in here. I don't think anyone's really been in here ever. Certainly not myself, but you can see some of the dirt and junk that's just built up. Here we're just taking a bit of 50-50 all-purpose cleaning solution and a microfiber cloth in order to just get some of the dirt and grime off, since this part of the car hasn't been cleaned in probably its entire history. It's a factory side skirt, and since we probably won't be back here anytime soon, figured we'd just give it a nice clean, just get some of that dirt and grime off, and you can see the wiring harness that runs down for the sensors. So all right, that's pretty decent. All right, so this is the new M Sport style side skirt, and there is just a little bit of an edge right here that we'll have to sort of pass by. As we go to line up the bumper, we'll see that the lip is too big in order to pass by the mud flap, so we'll spend another couple minutes here struggling before taking it off. New side skirt is more expensive than a new I thought there was another one on the bottom, but I cannot for the life of me find that. Maybe it was just how it slid in. You just couldn't sort of see it. Just don't remember how you push those out without getting behind something. It's kind of a warm day, so maybe we can still cheat by. You know what? We're going to remove it just because it's not worth it. Mud flap is $30. Side skirts painted a couple $100. All right, and we're back. We are going to use a little 10mm to get the factory trim bolt off. Hopefully we can find it. Never a dull moment, forgetting which standard size things are, but here we are. Here we go. There we go. That will trim bolt off. Alright, and that should be that removed. And I think we can sort of pop these off. Slightly worried. Actually, I wonder if that gives us enough play to sneak by. Obviously then we don't get the nice tape seal. I think we should just do it right.
See, what the instructions tell you to do is push these through and then sort of pull them off. Hopefully now that we have that side skirt off, those pins just fall through, because otherwise I'm not necessarily sure I have what I need to reinstall it. I don't think I have 2 of those pins right now. Let's see what we got for those. Did always turn the wheel a little bit. Is that wide enough? See that? Slightly thinner. I think we can actually use the wider one. Okay, let's turn the wheel ever so slightly. Wherever that goes, we'll never know. Hopefully this other one we're able to find. Alright, and then these should, yep, in theory, come out. And then leave that on the other side, so we'll leave that out. There's one. Perfect. And I think it's just their double-sided tape, which we'll reapply. Alright. Did we get our little plastic bit? They are just little pieces of plastic, but moderately annoying.
Spending way too much time here looking for a small plastic clip, we end up getting a paintbrush and being able to push it out.
Now that seems unnecessary for a small plastic clip, but I don't have any right now in order to... Oh, here's one. Got one. Oh, we got our second one. All right, that's both of them. We've gotten our 99 cents back. Awesome. At least we can reinstall it. That's more what I was concerned about. All right, let's get our side skirt back on. New to us, anyway. All right, so we got this side up. All that. All right, now let's get this in correctly. How's the alignment down here? Pretty good. perfect. They did a really nice job matching this paint, considering this is a 2014. I mean, you can barely tell that that's almost 11-year-old paint now. And a brand new side skirt. We just need to make sure that the carpet is below, which it is. And with that, I think we can get some of our T30 trim bolts. Now, because these are plastic and we're going into plastic, we are just going to be a little careful that we're not over torquing them, because it's really unnecessary. Good. All right, let's get a few more of these on. They're pretty dirty. We might actually just clean these in 10 seconds. Got our little brush out, may as well. You know, we're gonna just use our 50/50. I think we could literally just soak them for 2 minutes and it'll clean it up real quick. It's good, just do that because why not? All right, well, it's not perfect, but it's better than they were, and I feel a little bit better about installing clean hardware since we're not replacing it. But let's go ahead and just get down each bolt. I mean, these don't really have to be tight, really, that at all. It's just holding our trim in place. I am just really happy with this fitment. This is kind of unexpected. I'm not sure what I was expecting with a aftermarket, but it looks really good. The front and rear bumper will be from Keys, but these were just from a Facebook Marketplace person who said they got a couple extra sets, so kind of trusting him. But he had a pair installed on his 330 that he was putting back together, so I kind of checked out the fitment when I was there with him and rolled the dice on the rest of it, the paint job, paint matching. You know, I just gave Extreme Auto the paint code and told them, you know, go for it. And they painted the front and rear bumpers together with the side skirts together, so I knew if anything I'd at least have a matching two-tone car. But I think we're actually going to have a complete matching car, which is great. That's what we paid the BMW accredited collision center. They're one of two here in the Triangle, so it's certainly, I think, worth it to spend the extra, you know, few dollars in order to get that service quality. I think we're missing. I'm missing one somewhere. I'll have to go back and figure out which one that is. 2 bolts, 1 hole. So we're going backwards somewhere. This one after the jack point. Yes, we did. All right, well, that's the side skirt installed. All right, as you can tell, we're here on the other side of the car. We're gonna go ahead and do the same thing over here. It's a little bit tighter space, which is great because nothing better than lying on the ground in the back of what feels like a Volkswagen, even though we're working on our BMW. But there we are. Little 8mm. All right, let's do our little punch outs again. We'll spend 30 minutes trying to find them in the respective wheel well. I think there's a way to do this without totally pushing it through, but let's see if we can cheat. Yeah, the tape seems to have worked a little bit better on this side. Well, I mean, not better, but longer. Nope, we're gonna have to push them through. I put our little punch. That. Yeah, I don't know if that was better or worse. Well, tried not to spend 30 minutes getting them, and maybe we made it worse. We'll see here in a minute. Do need to do our little T30s, so I got our little tool here. Just go ahead and get on our side and go down the line. Ooh, all right. What? Ah, I see. This has somehow come with it, which didn't come through on the other side. Ooh, bummer. that's not good. All right. Oh, all right. Well, side skirt's off. I don't love that. But to figure out if that goes back in. Nothing like that happened on the other side, so. All right, well, we won't be able to get the new one installed today, but here's two. Well, that method was much better than the other one. All right, well, we're gonna at least clean our hardware. All right, it is a new day. We broke a few retaining clips on one of the plastic bumper molds, but believe it or not, we were able to source a new one very quickly in a nearby breaker yard. And same part number, it came off a slightly earlier 2012 F30, but we were able to get this new plastic retainer for about $450 US compared to the $20 to $45 FCP Euro, and some of the other sites had, but this is the loose piece. As you can sort of see, it's not even really held into the car. We really just need to get the wiring loom out of the way. And then once we do that, we can just slide the piece out, and since it's sort of broken, it's not really in here very hard, but you can just tell that it kind of comes right out. This is the old one. You can see we have broken several of the clips in the back. Unclear why this one decided to go versus all the other ones. These ones are all still nice and solid, but we did end up taking all the ones from the driver's side of the car in case we ever have to pull the side skirts out. At least we have replacement pieces, so we'll just go ahead and essentially get this back into place. It just goes into these 3 holes and then sort of slides forward into its place. So once we get these in, lined up, a little hard to see, get them all in, slide it in. Now it's great. And we can just secure our wiring loom in their respective places. And there is a little prong on here, as you can see in this one. There's just a little hole that it fills in, but all you do is sort of pick this up, and then the piece slides out towards the rear of the car. But this is our original one. It's unfortunately not usable anymore, but we do have the one from the breaker, secured everything. Just make sure these ones are okay. They still look good, so now I just kind of have a backup for at least the driver's side of the car, but not expecting any more technical difficulties. So with that, I think we can actually just go ahead. We did clean a little bit underneath yesterday in order to get some of the grime away, since we won't really be back in here anytime soon. We can go get our side molding and get it all attached up. What we'll do is we'll just go ahead and get this lined up and just make sure that we're below, between the carpet at the bottom of the car and just on the outside of this stuff. So snap in a little bit, perfect. And we can sort of walk it back, making sure that we've got the carpet on the right side. Walking it back, looks like we're pretty well aligned on our first pass. Make sure that we got this carpet down so we can sort of get Nice and flush, and we ended up with a pretty good fit in it right away. So, all right, now we just need our little T30 and our hardware, which we just have an organization pin. So let's just go ahead and get our screw, gun, and a battery, and a little T30. Even though we're safety first, it's a little hard to see under here. Well, through great inner debate and dialogue, we've decided that we're going to just reapply the mud flaps. We're just going to prep the surface a little bit. We had some 50/50 all-purpose cleaner. We're going to do a little bit of rubbing alcohol just to give ourselves at least a little bit of sense that the old tape will sort of create a gasket. And this gasket will act as the old tape did. It obviously won't stick to the surface or anything, but will sort of give us a little bit of a seal around the area. So that way we can at least have the mud flap on, but not necessarily any new tape. So if we ever have this fall off, we'll just go ahead and retape it after that. But for now, we just need our old 8mm friend. We're going to consider that in. All right, and now we're on the other side of the car. We're going to do a similar exercise over here. Let's get our hardware out, knowing that it's a little tough to sort of push it all in, but we've got it. Little black rods. We got our trim tool to push it in. Just a tad longer than the stock ones. What I mean by long is just a little bit taller. Get both these in. They found their holes pretty easy. All right, use our trim tool to gently push these in. There we go. 1, 2. All right. I'm going to trust that. Looks pretty good from here. And our gasket is doing a nice job sealing it, even if it's a little bit tighter down there. But this will protect our side skirt as well, since we did spend a bunch of money repainting it. Repainting a new one to us, so looks pretty good. All right, with that, we're going to call the side skirts installed.